All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for some yoga. We're going to work on some distribution of our weight. So that means how much weight do we have in this leg versus the other leg on the different stances and whatnot. So let's hold on just a second. That. So let's go ahead and get started with a little meditation. Even while you're meditating, you can kind of focus on how you distribute your weight. You don't want to be slanted to the side, just make sure it's all evened out. Even the weight against the back of the chair. If you're leaned up against the back of the chair, make sure you're not, putting all your weight to one side. Go ahead and open up. And let's just start with some nice meditation here and some breathing. Just focus on your breathing and allow your body to relax as you exhale. Just let go of all your thoughts. Focus on just your breath. Try to feel the breath coming in and out. Breathing deep down in the belly. Taking just 2 more deep breaths. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoot up here. Start with shoulder rolls, curving the spine, opening up the chest. You can try to kind of curve the back here, even from sides to inside, so to speak. Bringing the stretch toward the front and then opening up toward the back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good, and then just pause here, opened up, feel goalpost, and open the chest more. Take 2 breaths. Good, and then go the other direction. Curving down and up. One more. Good, and then this time we're gonna kind of arch the back, go back with the hands. Like an airplane pose, but not leaning forward, just keeping upright. And relax. Then we'll go side to side. Reach up and over. And other side. Good, and then we're doing some rotation. So that's the 3 planes of movement, 3 different directions that you basically move, 3 planes that you move on. So this is the rotational transverse plane. And then twisting, looking back behind you. And other side. Okay, let's warm up the legs a little bit. Going out with the hips. Out. You can touch here on the ground so you're not working them too much. You can even pick up the leg and move it so that you're not really working the muscles. Other direction. And other side. Up and out. And other direction. Good, and then we're going to cross the legs either low or high and just stretch the hips out. I'm going to try the other side. Excellent. So let's go ahead and stand up. And we're going to get into some of these poses. So let's start with warrior 1. Just keep it simple here. So I'm pointing this foot forward. The other foot's kind of turned in a little bit. Lean into it. Reach up with both hands. Good. So on this stance, keep holding it. You're going to have about 60% of your weight on the front foot and about 40% on the back foot. So kind of even it out a little bit if you have to. Put a little more back there, or put a little more up to the front. And relax. Good. So now let's reverse the weight distribution. Lean back a little bit. Have about 60% on your back foot, 40% on your front foot. Reach up with the lead hand. You're going to look at the hand there. Feel your weight. Not quite evenly centered. Could even be a 70-30 distribution. We don't need to get technical. Take a couple more breaths. and relax. Next is downward dog. Walk your feet back, stretch it all out. Try to put most of your weight on your feet, not too much weight on your hands. Just kind of holding on for balance there. Just push those hips back a little, take a couple breaths. And relax. So let's go ahead and try the warrior one on the other side. Step out, lean into it. Find that right weight distribution. And reach up. Reach up and back, take a couple more breaths. And relax. Good. Then we're going to go ahead and lean back, switch the weight over to more on this back leg, reaching up, looking at the hand. Stretch that shoulder out a little bit, reach up a little more. One more breath. And relax. Good. Let's go ahead and go back to downward dog. Stretch it all out. And back to center. Next, we're going to do the splits or a straddle stretch. So have your weight even. I got these, they're like sheets practically on my floor. You gotta watch out here. I'll be really splitting. What I want you to do first is try to even your weight out. Have it 50-50. And then bring your weight to the side. Maybe like 80% or 60% on this side. And the other side. Stretching the inner thigh here. Just be careful, you don't want to fall. You don't have to go too crazy. And relax. Good, let's just do some hamstring curls. Opening up the chest. Stretching the front of the legs. You can see my focus is getting a little better here. Everything's a little more constant, a little more consistent now. Just have a few more things to change. Let's go ahead and hold here. Open up, have that leg back if you can. Just keep trying. Trying to lean forward, back nice and straight. Hold for about 10 more seconds, one more breath. And relax. Good. Let's go ahead and just do a little cat thing here. Just curve the back for a second. Stretch that lower back out. Because we're going to do that again, other side. Okay, then bring the other foot up, open the chest again. Do what you can. One more breath. Good, and then curve the back again. Bend the knees, that'll help. Okay, next we're going to do what's in karate is called the cat stance. So what you're going to do is pretend like you're a cat here. Have that foot up on the ball of the foot. It'll be there. That's what you do before you kick, basically. So you normally would have your stance here and then you cat and then kick. The idea. So we're just going to do this. We're going to cat stance. Now what I want you to think about is your distribution. You got 10% of your weight on the front, 90% on the back, and then you're going to bring it all the way up and then just set it down. Trying to get just 10%, not going down real hard, but just come up, lightly touch, back up, lightly touch. That's it. It could be almost like a kickboxing block. What you do is you put your elbow to your knee, and then that gives you that whole protection here. So start with that cat stance, do a couple more. Elbow to knee, back to center. Make sure you always come back to that light touch. That'll work your abs too. All right, so let's try the other side. Find that 10-90, 10% on the front, 90% on the back. Have your guard up and start just picking the leg up a couple times. So don't let it drop. Don't let your weight go into the leg. Just barely come back to that 10%. Come to here, guarding. Usually you turn it out a little. If the kick's coming that way, if it's coming that way, we'll go over there. One more. All right, good, nice job. Let's just go side to side and work those hips out again. Okay, next we're gonna do a little chair pose. Normally we do 50-50 on the weight. What I want you to do is try to put a little weight more on the one side. Pretend like you got a bad leg over here or a bad knee. Maybe you don't even have to pretend. Just don't make it do very much. It doesn't want to do that stuff. Keep that weight mostly here. So it could be about 20 or 30% on this side, 70 on the other side. Hold it. And relax. Good. Next, we do the airplane pose. This time we're going to put the weight on the other side. So this is the bad leg, the one that doesn't want to go down. So we'll just kind of let it go a little bit. some weight on it, but not quite. Hold here for about 2 more breaths. And relax. Good, just kind of shake it out. One more time, we're gonna go back to chair pose, but this time just go straight down 50-50. Notice how you're evenly distributed. Sometimes you might notice that you lean to the side a little on some of these. This will straighten you out with your awareness. One more breath. And relax. Good. Next, we go up to the balls of the feet. Do the same kind of thing here. This foot is really not working for you. So we're gonna make this foot do most of the work. This one's there to hang out and kind of guide the way, but maybe about 20% on that weight. Most of your weight's on the left leg. Just balance there. Good, and then reverse. The other foot is going to be the weak one, not do very much. And go up, make this foot work more. Good, a couple more breaths. And relax. Good, next is bow and arrow stance. So this foot's pointed straight that way. This one's gonna be a little off to the side, or you can have both feet forward, either way. Gives you a little more balance with it off to the side. And then here. So what do you think the weight distribution is on this one? If you think about it for a second. 60-40. About 60 on the front, 40 on the back. And relax. Go ahead and just switch sides. I'm going to point this foot that straight that way. This is going to be turned in a little bit. Better get your weight distributed there. A little more on the front, just a little more on the front. And relax. Okay, so let's go to warrior 2. So that's where you point this foot straight ahead. This one kind of goes to the corner. Opening up. So what's this one gonna be? Try to do 50-50 on this. So even though this leg's bent in the front, I'm gonna try to get most of my weight come right down in the center. If you have more weight on the front foot, it might be because you're leaning forward a little. Pull your head back, bring the body back. One more breath. And relax. Let's go to downward dog there. Stretch it all out. All right, good. Let's do just a little balance drill. And all you're gonna do is just step to the side, kind of hold, just shifting the weight completely. You can go as slow as you like there. Keep that chair close by if you need to. See how much further you can step out. So it's easier if you just stop and put it down, but if you step out a little further, changes things a little bit. Do it at your level. And relax. Let's go ahead and have a seat here. I'm gonna finish up with some seated stuff. Let's start with the pigeon pose. Whenever you're ready. Crossing the legs, just leaning into it. Start with your back nice and straight, and then we'll stretch the lower back here in a minute. Stretch the hips on this one. And then go ahead and relax your back, stretching your lower back a little bit. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Cross and lean forward. Good. And then go ahead and relax the back. Stretch your lower back a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to face this direction, one leg back, reaching up with your same hand. And then we'll face the other direction. Really get that leg back if you can there. And reach up. And relax. Back to center. Let's grab onto the side of the chair. So sit back all the way and just stretch your neck out. Also, you can move this other arm around a little. Just let it relax and swing. Move that arm in the other direction. And other side. Other direction. and then twisting. Other side. Okay, let's go ahead and finish with a little meditation here, focusing on the breath again. And just try to breathe deep in the belly here. Breathe it deep in, and then really get the breath out. So you feel the breath pulling the belly in as you exhale. And then as you inhale, feel the belly go out. Just work your belly breathing for a little bit here. Imagine that you're giving yourself a massage on the inside with your breath, moving all those organs around. Taking 2 more deep breaths, and then we'll close up. Good. Open your eyes, coming to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Namaste. Everybody enjoy the day. Thank you once again. You can think about your weight distribution while you're just hanging out too. Sometimes we tend to do this sort of a thing. Make sure you're kind of even all the time. Then you don't affect one hip or one knee, something of that sort.